everybody, it's me, your friendly neighborhood Uncle Pete, and welcome to another episode of my horror debate series that I collaborate with my good buddy Carl, where we debate a wide array of topics in the horror genre. If you are new here, it's real easy. After you watch my video, then you'll go to Carl's video. I'll have a link to his channel down in the description. Watch his video with the same title. Then if you like, you go to the community tab on his page, and you can vote for who you thought had the better argument. And there's also a tie option because people really wanted a tie option with these topics. And yeah, please let us know what your answer to this topic is in the comments down below. Both love reading all the comments. I reply to everybody. And I just love talking horror. So it should be a lot of fun. Cool. So our last debate, we discussed who was the best final girl. So of course, this week, we're going to discuss who is the worst final girl in horror. My selection for the worst final girl in horror is Donna from the Prom Night remake that was released in 2008. This movie was on a previous debate topic when I selected it for the worst PG-13 horror movie. So it makes sense to me that I'm going to use this movie again now because it has the worst final girl. So in our last debate, like I said, we discussed best final girl, and I talked about what makes a really great final girl. And I said it's a character who embodies resilience, resourcefulness, and relatability, and it kind of become the audience's emotional anchor amidst all the chaos that's going on in the film. This is the complete opposite with Donna. Firstly, she lacks any character depth or complexity to herself. You know, throughout the film, she no growth or development. She's just kind of a passive participant in her own story. You know, she doesn't do anything other than react to jump scares. Oh, like other iconic final girls who undergo like a significant, personal transformation, and they start displaying resourcefulness, intelligence and stuff like that. Donna really doesn't do anything. She kind of just shambles through the entire film. Now, nothing against Brittany Snow. I'm just guessing it was the writing here. It was really lazy. I want to see a final girl that has great character development being like integral to the story. You know, if you change this movie and just made it like from the point of view of the killer, Richard Fenton, who also sucks, you'd get the same movie. Nothing would really be changed because Donna's almost like a participant in her story. She's the target of Richard because he was a biology teacher and he became obsessed with her. Okay, that's the plot. No backstory, no nothing. And all of her actions are driven by external forces rather than her thinking about what she should do. She's just not compelling. She's just kind of like I said, she shambles through like placid through the entire film. I mean, to have a strong final girl, you need a strong villain. Nancy had Freddy, Laurie had Michael, Ripley had the aliens. Donna gets Richard Fenton. Secondly, Donna, her decision-making and survival skills are really questionable at best. In moments of crisis, she makes poor decisions and she puts herself and others in unnecessary danger. One example, the hotel fire alarm goes off and the entire building was being evacuated. She goes back up to her room to get her shawl. I know that it was a mother's and she has that connection to it, but there was no reason for her to go back up to that room while the fire alarm was going off right then and there. It just didn't make any sense to me. She's like, I gotta go get my shawl. It's just like, oh my God. It was like it's one of those things where you get mad at the screen for them being so stupid. Instead of seeking help or finding a secure hiding spot, at any point during this film when she knew she was a target, she just kind of wanders around aimlessly, making herself a really easy target for Richard. She's got no strategic planning and problem-solving abilities that you see with credible final girls. She didn't really do anything. All she did was hide and react to jump scares. She did fight back for a moment at the very end, but not at the level of a final girl. Pretty far from it, I say. And she only survived the movie because of Detective Wynn, played by Idris Elba, the best part of this crappy movie. Now, continuing, Donna, her interactions with other characters really lack any type of emotional depth or connection that you see with strong final girls. Her relationship with her friends and family are really shallow. It's like Brittany Snow really wasn't into this role because I don't feel she really put anything into it. I know she's a pretty good actress, what I've seen from her other roles. It's just, when you don't have a connection, there's no relatability. I just don't understand the writing in this movie. This detachment that you get from Donna, it just diminishes the stakes of the story. And it really makes it hard if you have any investment in her survival. And her journey feels really superficial and unengaging. I mean, there's not much else to say here. She's a boring character, and I find it hard even to call her a final girl. because she had zero qualities that you normally see when you get a really great final girl in a horror movie. Again, she felt secondary, and this was technically her film because she was the target, but it was kind of more focused on Richard Fenton, another not a great villain at all, but yeah, she really felt placid and lame and not really anything you see from when you want a great final girl. So overall, her portrayal as a final girl in the Prom Night remake falls short due to her lack of character development, poor decision making, and weak emotional connections. I mean, these flaws make her one of the least memorable and effective final girls in horror cinema, and it fails living up to the legacy of the predecessors in that genre. There we go. I should wrap everything up in a short video. Thanks for watching. Now, please go to Carl's channel, link below. Watch his video on the same subject if you haven't done so already. Then you can go to the community tab on his page and vote for who you thought had the better argument. And let us know who you think the worst final girl, I should say, in horror is. I love reading comments and talking horror with fellow horror fans. A lot of fun. Thanks, everybody. I'll see you on Fridays here in a couple weeks for another episode of Nails in the Coffin. And see you here in 2 weeks for another. Well, actually, we're not going to do a debate topic in 2 weeks. We're going back to something Carl and I started a few years ago, a horror movie superlatives, the year 2000. So you'll get that in 2 weeks. Please don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe. I really, really appreciate it. Help me grow this channel. Do that to Carl's channel as well if you haven't done so. Appreciate it for you still watching. Thanks, everybody. I am your friendly neighborhood Uncle Pete. Remember, with great kills, there must also come great nails.